Baseball isn't just a game, it's a pursuit, a chase full of failure, resilience, and the moments that define who we become. From the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is Chasing the Game with Phil Sanchez. Real stories from real players and real coaches who refuse to quit.
You're listening to this podcast, so I know you've got a curious mind. Here's a helpful fact you might not know yet. Drivers who switch and save with Progressive save over $900 on average. Pop over to Progressive.com, answer some questions, and you'll get a quick quote with discounts that are easy to come by. In fact, 99% of their auto customers earn at least one discount. Visit Progressive.com and see if you can enjoy a little cash back. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. National average 12-month savings of $946 by new customers surveyed who saved with Progressive between June 2024 and May 2025. Potential savings will vary.
On this episode of Chasing the Game, we're talking to one of the most exciting young arms in the Midwest. He's a Kentucky baseball commit, a competitor with presence on the mound, and one of the top prospects to come out of Shelbyville High School, Aiden Smith. From dominating high school hitters to preparing for the grind of SEC baseball, Aiden joins us to talk about his development, why Kentucky felt like home, and what it takes to compete at the next level. This is Chasing the Game. Aiden, thanks so much for joining the show.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're prepping for your senior year now. I believe the last time we talked was sometime last year for an article that I did on you. What is your preparation for this upcoming season look like right now?
Yeah, right now I've gone through a pretty big off season for me, just gaining weight and getting a lot more physical. I've packed on about 20 pounds of muscle, and I've noticed the strength helping me in just about every way. Now that I'm kind of passed through most of the main off season stuff and getting ready for season here in about 4 weeks, it's just starting to swing again and start throwing live and getting some game reps then, and just getting around with the high school team and getting familiar with everyone, and just getting better every day, really.
And you're a tennis player too, right? So you wrapped up that season in the fall?
Yeah, we finished I think early or late October, somewhere in there.
Are you going to continue to play tennis? Obviously not for Kentucky, but recreationally?
I'll probably play pickleball. I may if I'm feeling bored or something, I may pick up the racket. But I like playing pickleball a lot more in my fun time or spare time. But I'll probably maybe pick up the racket every now and then.
Yeah. So what has this offseason been like? I would assume, being that you're a senior now, not only are you preparing for the high school season and also to go to Kentucky next year, and we'll get more into all of that, the Kentucky stuff a little bit later, but I would imagine there are some professional eyeballs on you as well. What's that been like?
Yeah, so far I've heard from probably close to 10 organizations. Still trying to get out there and get in front of everyone that I can as much as I can, and just play it by ear and just do my thing, and eventually a lot of people will get their eyes on me and get to watch me this spring, and hopefully I can do what I expect myself to do and perform well and just get my name out there. Did
you go to the Super 60? I didn't check before I came in here.
Yeah.
What was that like?
Yeah, Super 60 was really cool. I had a really fun time there, and it was a really good test for me. That's what I've been working for all off season, was getting to make a big velo jump and just fix up a lot of things mechanically and touch up some breaking balls. So getting to go there and compete with some really, really good players, and just getting to hop up on a mound with 150 plus scouts sitting right behind home plate was one of the coolest things I've ever done. And going into it, I thought I might be a little nervous, but honestly, I got on the mound and honestly kind of smiled and just realized what a cool opportunity it was to get to do that and how much fun it was going to be. And I thought I threw really well, and I was pretty happy with how I threw. And it was a really fun time. Just everything about it was really cool. And I was extremely grateful to be invited to it and get to participate in it.
Good for you. Where does that come from, that ability to just kind of, go out there in front of that many scouts and just kind of stay even keeled? Where do you think that stems from?
Yeah, I think it kind of comes from a little bit of experience. I've been in similar events, but probably not as big, but also just a lot of confidence. Just trusting my work that I put in the off season and knowing that I've gotten a lot better, and all I have to do is just go up there and do what I've been doing, and it's going to be a lot better than last time any scout has seen me. I think over the summer I'd hit 91, maybe touched 92 a couple times, and Super 60 I was 94 to 95 in the zone with a carry fastball and a couple good off speeds. And as we go on in the spring, I'm looking to show 2 more pitches added on top of that, and just really confuse some hitters.
Nice. Who are you working with these days? I know the last time we talked, you were at PRP. Are you still going up there?
So yeah, I used to go to PRP. That's where I was the last 3 years. But I've gotten the opportunity to work with my old high school coach, Royce Carlton, who I'd worked with since I think it was 10, so 4th grade.
Wow.
And my freshman year, he coached me, and then going into my sophomore year, 2 weeks before the season, he got a job opportunity with the Miami Marlins. And now he's been there for 3 years, and he's worked his way up, and now he's the head assistant of minor league pitching there. And he's learned all kinds of crazy stuff, and the Marlins have done a fabulous job of developing pitchers, and I couldn't give him enough credit for exposing me to everything that he's able to and helping me this offseason to make the jumps that I've made and just be as good as I can.
Yeah. You said you put on about 20 pounds. How'd you do that?
Yeah, for me, it was really, it was simple, really, just eating more.
Yep.
Really just eating as much as I can. I know there's millions of people out there that say I can't gain weight, and all the small people that say that. And I used to be one of those people too. I mean, for the longest time, I was really skinny. I'm still pretty lean now. I'm still looking to add more on. But I used to always say I couldn't gain weight, and that would be my excuse. But I just found ways to eat more throughout the day, and just found better times to get more calories. And I think through the first 2 months of tennis, I was up 15 pounds already, and then kind of slowed down a little bit, but I've added 5 to 7 more since, and hopefully trying to put on a couple more before season, and then just hold it from there and continue to do the same thing the next year.
Tell you what, man, enjoy it now, because the older you get, the harder that becomes, and I wish I had a metabolism like you and a lot of the younger guys, so enjoy it now.
It's funny to explain that to some of my older friends or my family friends or anybody, because they'll say the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So it's funny to tell them that.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have. Hey, let's talk about Kentucky. I know that their season just began. Are you keeping a close eye on them? Are you in contact with them? What's that whole process like? And take me through, if you can, the recruiting process. I know we talked about this before, but just for our listeners who maybe didn't read that article.
Yeah, I'll start with the recruiting process, since that's where it all began. Kentucky was pretty much the team that reached out to me the most, starting from the first few days of August. Over 4 days, I had talked with 4 different coaches, and just fell in love with everything about them. And then fast forward a month later, I went on my visit down there, and it was just amazing. I got to go down with one of my travel teammates, Rob Zarnicki, and had a really good time with him and his family, and just meeting a bunch of the guys. And then a couple weeks later, I had committed, and it was a really good process through there. I just finished my official visit back in October, got to meet a lot more of the recruits and much more of the team, and it was an absolute blast, and what I would consider a perfect visit, because it was a really great time, and we got to see 3 different sports, and it was just really fun. And then to now, I still keep in touch with pretty much all 4 of the coaches that I talked with, mainly Kuzi. I text Kuzi pretty much 2-3 times a week, and just checking in on any inside info, and talking to the pitching coach, Coach Rizal there, about some of the pitching stuff there. And I'm just always watching their games. I think it's really fun to watch, and just kind of envision what I can be a part of there, and how I can make a difference.
For a small business owner, every day is full of surprises. Some great, some not so great. Like when a client cancels their order at the last minute. But here's a surprise you will like. Progressive provides small business owners with 30 customizable coverage options to help keep their business going strong. So go ahead, surprise yourself. Get a quote in as little as 8 minutes at progressivecommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates and third-party insurers. Coverages not available in all states or for all vehicles and coverage selections.
Yeah, they had a good opening weekend, too, which was nice to see. What was it about Kentucky? Like, where else were you looking, and what was it about their program, their facilities? Like, what stood out to you? What made you want to go there?
Yeah, I always knew I wanted to play in the SEC. That's easily where the best baseball is in the country, and if I want to achieve my dreams of being a big leaguer and staying there for a long time, I think it starts with playing in the SEC. Kentucky's only about 2.5 hours from me in Lexington, which is really nice. Being able to drive down there and being able to come home whenever I get the chance is really nice. And it means a lot for my family to be able to come down and watch a lot as well. To go with the family part, Kentucky's big emphasis on everything is family. They have one of the best family aspects and cultures and probably any college baseball team out there. All their guys are pulling for each other, and it's just a really good bond and relationship that they have going there. And that means a lot to me. I wanted to be somewhere where I felt safe and as a family. And then just the relationships I built with the coaches. I mean, right away back to August 1st, my first phone call was with head coach Nick Mangione, and we talked for 15, 20 minutes. And not only were we creating a great relationship, but he was talking to my parents and just creating good bonds with them and everybody. And he just really wants to bring the family aspect in there, and that meant a lot. And then just talking with Coach Rozelle, he's doing a really good job with the pitchers there. He's gotten to work with some really good arms, and over the years he's developed some really good guys that go on and play at the next level. And I think this year is a really good example of their weekend SEC starting pitchers will be 3 potential draft picks this year and over the next few years too.
Wow.
Just some really good arms that he's working with there, and I'd love to be a part of it, and I thought he'd be a great fit for that.
Yeah. Faith is also a huge part of that program as well.
Yeah.
I would imagine that was important to you.
I'm sorry, what did you say again?
I said faith is also a huge part of that program as well. I would imagine that was important to you too.
Yeah, again, with the family aspect, Coach Mangione puts faith over everything, and you could really see it in everything he does. One of my favorite things on my recruiting visit was one of the videos he had shown me of their historic College World Series run.
Yep.
And they were pretty much on a magical run, and after they had hit a walk-off in one of the craziest games they've ever done, the first thing he did was just bow and kneel and send a prayer and just thanking God. And just being able to see that out of your head coach just means a lot, and knowing that he's really driven that way, and just being able to trust the process and follow God through it all just means a lot.
No doubt.
Seeing that through everybody else is really awesome to see.
No doubt. He's a good leader of young men, so I think you're in the good hands. And you talked about your family a little bit. Tell our listeners about your family. I know the last time we talked, you said how close you were to your dad and mom.
Yeah, I have an amazing relationship with my parents. I think they do a really good job of always doing what's right for me and wanting the best for me. I'm fortunate to be an only child, so they really get to pay all their attention to me, and they literally would do anything for the world for me. And they always push me, and they kind of keep their boundaries in a way. They know I'm doing the right things, and they just let me do my own thing because I know what I'm doing, but they're always there to double check and make sure I'm getting the right things done. They were great through the recruiting process and just everything, and great role models to follow, and couldn't thank them enough for what they do for me.
Yeah. Tell me, who introduced you to baseball, Aiden, back when you were real young? What age did that start? And at what age did you think to yourself, hey, I have a future in this. I could probably do this at a higher level and maybe even SEC?
Yeah, I started playing when I was 4. It's kind of funny. My dad never played baseball past middle school. He was more of a tennis player, so that's where the tennis side came in. So it was kind of weird that I ended up being super big baseball guy, in my opinion. But yeah, I started at 4, and I think I really fell in love with the game and remember falling in love with it around 7 or 8. and kind of really thinking to myself that, like, I wanted to be a big leaguer, and that was, like, my biggest dream. And baseball had always been my favorite sport, and that's always what I wanted to do. And getting to see it kind of play out has been a really cool process. And looking back on it, it's really wholesome and just amazing to kind of look back on this journey.
Was there a point where you were like, "Whoa, I'm on a different level"? Like, I'm not trying to ask you to be, conceited or anything like that, but like, was there ever a point where you're like, "Okay, this is maybe something I could do past high school"?
Yeah, I think my freshman year was when I really blew up. I went from being a pretty small 14-year-old and topping at maybe 80 mile an hour, and I was pretty solid, but 80 mile an hour wasn't going to play. And freshman year, I got in the weight room, put on some weight, and I went from 80 to 88 in about 9 months. And I jumped, and I was one of the top of my class right away. And it felt really good at the time, but I've always been really futuristic driven, and I'm just always looking to get better. And if I succeed at something, I'm still just looking to find the better ways I can become the best and just get back to work. And hard work's just one of my favorite things to do.
Did you ever think that you wanted to play other positions besides pitching, or was pitching always number one for you?
Pitching's always definitely been number one for me, but I love all parts of baseball. I don't think there's one thing that I could say I hate about baseball. I love to hit. It's really fun. It'll be sad to put it away after high school, but it just means I'll get more time to focus on pitching. But I think playing the field and just being an athlete out there, and especially for me being really athletic, I just love to have fun and use my athleticism out there and give everything I got. And I really see myself as a utility player, and coach could tell me to go play anywhere, and I think I could do it above average 9 times out of 10.
Yeah, you're an Indiana Bulls guy, right? You grew up in the program, in the Indiana Bulls program. What age did you start playing for them, and how important were they in your journey?
I came over in 12U, so I played for them for, 5 or 6 years. I was always on the black team, and played with some of my friends for over 6 years and made some really good memories. The Indiana Bulls is one of the best organizations in the Midwest, in my opinion. They're nothing but everything you could ask for out of an organization, between all the talent, the facilities, and the coaches. It's just been amazing to get to play with all the talented players over the years, and not only players, but just the coaches. I've been coached by some really good coaches, and a lot of them I'm still really close with. And my 15U and 16U year, Tony Cookerly, my head coach, was absolutely perfect for me in the recruiting process. He did everything he could to make sure I was being seen every outing, and that scouts were going to be there. And even once the season was over and I was out of his control, he still was making sure that scouts knew about me, and I was getting any kind of connections that I could with college scouts. And that's absolutely what you need through a head coach, going through your recruiting, and I couldn't thank him enough for it.
What would you recommend to, just a couple more questions, Aiden, and then I'll let you go, and I appreciate you coming on. What would you recommend to a younger athlete out there who maybe is listening to this and would love to be in your position someday?
It's pretty cliche, but really it's hard work. For me, baseball's always been fun. There's some days where you kind of just gotta grind through it, but working hard is it's fun to me. So getting to go to even just high school practice, or just my own off-season work that I do on my own, that's all I look forward to all day, and that's just my passion, and that's what I love to do. So finding something that you love to do in life, whatever it may be, is what I would advise them for. Find something you love and just work as hard as you can at it, and just try to be as good as you can at it and see how far you can go with it.
I think that's a great place to end. Aiden, thank you so much for coming on. Good talking to you again. Tell your folks I say hi, and I look forward to watching you this upcoming season.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Take care. Thank you.
This is Chasing the Game with Phil Sanchez. Be sure to like and subscribe to this podcast, and be sure to check out other great podcasts on the All Indiana Podcast Network, online at allindianapodcastnetwork.com.